Welcome back there, Coastal Bend. Meteorologist Diamond Dixon here. Well, we have a live look outside our First Community Bank sky cam over the USS Lexington. Also, we're looking at New Harbor Bridge for us. Still some clouds out in the distance, but you can see that sun reflecting on our waters there. Pretty warm day, but the good news is that we're not as warm as what we could be. That warm up really takes place this weekend. If we look at the past 10 hours, we did actually have quite a few hours in the forecast that we stayed in the 60s from about 3 a.m. to 8 a.m. We were in the 70s for about 2 hours and then in the 80s, and we're still in the 80s from 10 a.m. to, once again, our current at 4 p.m. in the upper 80s. We've been in the upper 80s since 1 this afternoon, and I even imagine we could touch 90. Looking though at the average high temperature for October, mainly around that 85-degree mark. For this week's around 85, 86. Are we quite close to that? Not so much, but we were close yesterday. Our high was 88, so that's kind of a close realm to where we were with those high temperatures, but we're going to be a little bit above that throughout the week, and especially headed into the weekend with our temperatures. Right now, those temperatures, as I mentioned, 89 for here in Corpus Christi. We're seeing 90 to 93 on the map. That 90 is for Alice and Robstown and Beeville, 91 for Freer and Hepburnville, and 92 for Mathis, but 93 for George West and San Diego. And of course, if we go even further out west, a little bit outside of our DMA, Cotulla, but 82 for Port Aransas and 83 for the Naval Air Station. Kind of mostly in the 80s still for a lot of our neighborhoods. We're finally getting that full daytime heating that we usually see around this hour. We have an east-southeast wind just around 10 miles per hour, less than 10 right along the coast. And if we want to see more than 10 going out west and maybe a little south, it's Kingsville with an east wind around 11 miles. With those feel like temperatures, we'll head out of those 90s here soon and feeling back to those 80s by 6 o'clock into our 8 o'clock hour, and the 70s will carry us from 10 p.m. until tomorrow 8 a.m. where we will feel like the 70s also, and then feeling like 89 towards 2 p.m. tomorrow at the beginning of the warmest part of our day. We'll come out of those 80s closer to 8 o'clock, upper 70s, southeast wind around 10 miles per hour. 75 will carry us from 11 p.m. and we'll still be in the 70s from 3 and 4. We'll hit 69 into our 5 o'clock hour. So as far as overnight lows, you can kind of expect between 70 and 71 degrees versus 69, since that's kind of day breaking into our Thursday. Muggy meter wise, we have a couple dips into the muggy range closer to our Thursday, and then another dip into our Sunday with a lighter cold front. Not the cold front you're thinking, just a light movement there. No rain chances as far as pretty minimal, pretty slim chances for the next 7 days out, kind of on the stray end of those showers. Once again, temperatures consistently above normal for forecast high temperatures, getting close to normal near Saturday, October 25th. We will be warmer in the next 6 to 10 days here in South Texas, so you can expect those warmer temperatures through October 25th and beyond that. Our heat risk does slightly increase towards October 17th with a little bit of mix between minor and moderate for us. And those next 7 days, you can see that warm up for yourself headed into Saturday with a temperature of 94, so it will be a warm weekend.